Hi friends, welcome back to another video. And as you seen in the introduction, my 1993 Mitsubishi GT SL is not starting, and the problem so far, I think it might be the fuel, fuel pump, because I don't know when it was fixed or replaced. So we are at the trunk. That's where the fuel pump is. So you have to, the tire is here. You remove the tire, and then we got this thing here that has screws. I've already loosened up the screws, and then here that's the cover to the where the fuel pump is. I've already removed it too. So there we go. See, remove that, and then so this is the fuel pump. So it was dirty, and I cleaned it. So here's before you do any work here, you have to disconnect the battery or the fuse. I cannot locate the fuse or the relay. I cannot locate it. I don't know where it is, but I will do more research. It's not. Now here's what we are going to do. This part here, it just come, you just do that. You lift it, and then I will remove the clip here, so this can go away. I don't know what exactly this is. So this is the main fuel line. Okay, that's the one, the suction. So I will disconnect it from here. Okay, disconnect it, and then this part, this is the assembly. They got at least I think 6 screws or bolt, and so I will remove them as well. And then on the side here, that's where the connection, which I just did. There we go. See, so I unplug it. So now, so I put this here to hold it. Hold it. This is very tight, and I'm having problem removing it because I don't want to break this here. If I break this, then good luck finding another assembly. So I'm taking my sweet time here. Okay guys, we are 3 hours later. I stopped and then did some research, and so again, like I figured out, this here, there's no swivel. This cannot turn. This only can turn. However, it will not turn here. It will not turn this here. So I found out, did some research, watch other videos. This line here, that's the one that's supposed to turn. However, it needs to be disconnected somewhere else. Once it's disconnected somewhere else, then the whole line here will turn, will swivel. Otherwise, there's no way, because I was risking breaking this here, and that's why I had to stop. Let me show you where the other end of this is. I had to remove the tire. That's where the gas tank is. This is the gas tank on the rear passenger side, and so this is you go underneath the car, and then here's the let me see if I can position the camera, and the line is right here. Let me see, and you see the line, that's the one here right there. That's the very first one. So this here, I have to use a vice grip, and so it is similar to the one up there, However, this one, it has that bolt here that's a swivel. See, the other one did not swivel, so I will have to undo both of them, and so this will become loose. When it loose, and then up there, this will swivel, turn around, and that's how I'll be able to remove it. And also, to make it easy, I can actually pull the fuel pump with this line, with it. Yeah, I can actually remove it with this line. So now let's go ahead and do this here. Look, you see, that's the evidence. I use a spare or vice grip and turn them around different directions, and then I got it apart. So yeah, so now I'll be able to unhook the top one if I have to. The top, I thought maybe I could just take this out with this long one, but it might be a little bit difficult. But now I'll be able to just go ahead and spin this. Put the vice grip here to hold this tight, and then just spin this, because before that this was not able to spin because it was attached. And then also here, I thought this was a spinner, but it's not. So again, I got saved. And the reason I determined to fix this, because this to not to break this is almost $300 used on eBay, and then that many of them. After so many tries, just because I'm a rookie, I'm doing this for the first time, and we finally got it right. So I got this out. But had I done the research previously, I would have known that I have to remove this part instead of this here, because this is very complicated. So here's what we are going to do. I will remove this motor. That's the pump. And to take it out, that's not the screw here, single screw. And then this strainer here, that's how it sucked the fuel. And so I will switch that. I have a new one, a replacement. And then also, you see this here, the gasket. There's a new gasket. I will replace the gasket as well. I will do that off camera. And this is the one that I was risking to breaking, but you see it bent, just because again I thought this swings around, swivel, but it does not. So now here's the replacement part. So the bracket, the assembly is good. So here's the replacement. It was for about $38 on Rock Auto. So that's the motor, and it looks like this is the correct one. And this is the bottom here. It comes with it. So I may or may not replace this one, but because this is factory, this is not factory. And they sent me some assemblies. Look at that. It appears that, or evidently, this motor here is compatible to different cars. And then this, they sent me two gaskets. Certainly, this gasket is good for this here, but this one here certainly for a different type of vehicle. But I'm going to replace them. So, but first, let me take this off the old motor, and I will check it to see if in fact something's wrong with it. Another hurdle, I was not able to take that screw out. And the video I watched, and the guy even said that, yeah, this screw is a screw to hell, or in hell, and I was not able to. So what I did with a screwdriver, I just proud this out, because you see the bottom is it's the rubber, so I force it out. And so now I'm yeah, but I still have to get this out. I'll probably be a lot easier to do it yeah, when the motor is out right now. For a long time, I managed to install this new motor, and this I couldn't take the screw out, so I had to bend this, so it took me a lot longer. Now here's the problem though. I kind of lost faith in what I'm doing. I tested this motor. That's the one, the original one, and it works. So then I realized this is not the issue. But anyway, I had purchased this before the vehicle stopped starting. So that's okay. I replaced it, but I already know this will not change the problem. So I have to check for uh, the 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 fuse or the relay. I have to find them before I buy parts like a crank shaft, okay, sensor or camshaft sensor. As expected, the car still didn't start after putting the new fuel pump because I already knew. So what we did is we did some more research, and I found where the relay for the fuel pump is. So this is the passenger side of the vehicle, and then on the side here, so we remove the side okay, the side panel here on the here, it's okay, and this is the relay, and so it was pretty much like this. Now you see what I did to it. The reason is because there's no possible way for me to remove those two screws. They are embedded, and so I ended up tearing this apart. So I will test it, and once I'm done, if it's good, then all I'll do is just use a zip tie to tie it. But if it's not good, I replace it by another one. I'll do the same, use a zip tie. But right now we are going to test this. Guys, we are several days later. I received the new uh, uh, fuel. Oh, you know what this is. But anyway, it doesn't relay. So, but the vehicle starts once, and then it will not start. So the pump is good because that's the new pump you saw I replaced. So now we're going to do more tests. Okay, the subsequent test we're going to do. This is the fuel sending unit. Well, I call it like that, but it takes the fuel from the fuel pump to the fuel tank, fuel pump to the injectors here. That's the injector rail. We disconnected it. So we are going to attempt to start the car, and then to see if we have enough pressure. So if we have pressure, then we know for sure it's not a fuel issue. Okay, now he's just going to prime it and see if fuel's coming out. Okay, fuel coming. Okay. Okay, so we have fuel. So fuel is not the problem. We got fuel. The fuel line is good. So we have a different issue. Well, 2 days later, I'm back working on this car, trying to figure out why it won't start. Now what I did this morning, I sprayed starting fluid in there, and it did start. So that tells us the car can start if there is the right combination. So what I did, I removed the air box, and so I'm going to clean up the mass airflow sensor. And now there's this sensor here. So it looks like, and then I may need to replace this one because everything is 30 years old. So I cannot get a code. It's because, well, there's no code. The engine doesn't come on and there's no code. And plus it's a 93, it's OBD1, which I don't have. Now there's a way to find the code, but again, the vehicle is not running, so I don't know if there is a code, but there was no code prior to this. And I'm going to do the airflow, clean the mass airflow sensor, and if that doesn't work, then I'll probably get another mass airflow sensor and plus this. And so again, everything is old, so even if it doesn't fix the problem, then I will have new parts. This is the next day. We're still working on this car, trying to figure out why it's not starting. I did all the work here, and so we got fuel. We got fuel here, you saw that. And so now we are testing the coils. Okay, so these are good. The wires and spark plugs are new in a previous video. So now what we'll do is I have got this tester, so we are going to test the wires to see if we have sparks, because that's probably what the issue is. There's no sparks. Okay, so this is this one here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. But it doesn't matter. We're doing the first one. So we connected the that's the tester, go down to the spark plugs, and then this is the spark plug wire in the end. So he's going to start it now to see if we have if it lit. If it lit, then that means that it's good. Okay, go ahead. I see it. Go ahead again.
Yeah, it will fire. It fired.
As you saw, all three coils worked because there are sparks. So we don't know. I have to do more research now. So I have this compression tool. So this is another test I'm going to do. And so we'll test the compression. So we'll just do the first three. The back three, there's no point because that's too much stuff to move, take out. So we'll do the compression. And then for 3000 GT, it's at 150, at least 150, correct? Yeah, the compression has to be 150. Right now it's at 0. So now it's starting the vehicle, and there we go, compression. Compression is low. Why you stop? Just do it several more times. Okay, so now we at 110. I just did some research for this car, and it's supposed to be 180. It's 180 maximum, and minimum is 138. But you see, this one is at 110. So let's go ahead and do the remaining two. The second cylinder is at 100, so that's 10 less than the first one. So now we're going to do the third one. This is the third one, and the compression is 105. Oh, no, 110. So this number 3 here is the same as number 1, and number 2 was about it was 100. So they are at least between 5 and 10 apart from each other. And so the back ones, I'm not going to mess with. That's too much work and it's not worth it. So I don't know yet what to do. So we'll probably need to get some professional help to just to make sure that we what we did is right, and then what the problem is. We are the next day again. So there are so many days. So the one of the final tests that I'm going to do is try to see if I can get a code. Since the car would not start, I don't see the check engine light being flashed. So I will try to do try to see if I can get a code. So I have this test leads, okay, and then I have this here, the multimeter or voltimeter, so to read the code. So I only had to buy this for $4 and 83 cents, but I've already had this. So let's just go ahead and do the test. See you later. It's about 6 weeks later, and you see the last time the vehicle was going to a shop, but it came back. I took it back a week ago, and you see back in my garage, it's still not fixed. Why? Shop I took it to, they did all the tests that I did previously, and I guess they had to, and he couldn't figure out what was wrong with it, but he finally he said that it's because the injectors are not firing, but the injectors are fine, and there is power to the injectors, like I found before, like I did. So he suggested that it's the or recommended that I get the ECU, because the ECU is not sending signal to the injector. So he thinks that it's the ECU that is bad. ECU for 750 and plus almost $300 for labor, and so but I was going to buy the ECU from him. He was getting it from a third party, but the third party never sent the ECU, so I decided to take the car from him. So it cost me $500. I paid him $500 for all the work he did, and then it cost me $450 to have the vehicle towed round trip to his shop. So the ECU was removed. You know that the ECU is back here. So remove the ECU, and I sent it to a shop I found on eBay, and so they took almost 3 weeks before they sent me a message and telling me that there's nothing wrong with the ECU. So they returned the ECU. So I just put the ECU back in the vehicle. So there's nothing wrong with it. So basically, I got lucky that the shop didn't get to put the ECU, which would have cost me over $1,000 for nothing. Continue to do research, and if so far now everything leads to the crank position center sensor, and then also camshaft position sensor. So that's what we are doing right now. So initially I thought it's not something that I could do, but it looks like I might be able to do it. So I got this my apprentice. He has removed the cover, and now we're working on the belt or the pulley. And so what we have to do is to that big how you call that big pulley?
Crank pulley.
The crank pulley. We have to remove the crank pulley, and behind the crank pulley lies the sensor, the bottom part of the sensor. And so that's what we have to do. And once we remove that, and I can order the sensor. And up here, that's the top one. It's easy. You see that's one. That's a crank, and then camshaft pulley. And you see they go to the injector. The reason I believe it's the crank crankshaft position sensor is because all the research they mentioned that if your the tachometer, the RPM doesn't work, it's because it's not sending signal. There's no signal to the engine, and that's exactly what it is. 2 weeks prior before this vehicle, I mean, for almost through 2 or 3 months, and there was a delay on the tachometer. And so, yeah, I think that's what it is. So we'll replace that anyway, and to see if we fix the problem. If not, then we'll go to something else. Okay, so let me show you. And this is the crankshaft position sensor. It's back here. So it is bolted, and to get access to it, we have to remove the that big crankshaft pulley here to get access to it. But we've already loosened up the belt. So all I have to do is I also have to borrow a tool, pulley puller from the shop and from the auto part, and also buy the crank, buy the sensor. So that's where we are. Today is Thanksgiving, so I will wait for tomorrow, Friday, to find out if they carried the sensor. Just now, this is the next day, and November 30th. That's the day after Thanksgiving, Friday. So I just removed this. I thought it was a pulley, but it's harmonic balancer. I remove it. Took me a while, but here's the next thing here, and I have to. This is the plastic cover that's covered the timing belt. I need to get that bottom part undone so I can access the bolt. See, right behind here there are two bolts that mounted the crankshaft position sensor. So I need to get that done right now. Let me go ahead and see if once I remove those, if I'll be able to access them without unbolting more bolt. 45 minutes later, I managed to fish this out of the its location. So you see, I had to pry this open and use some combinations just to get it. So now I have to wait until 5 o'clock to get the replacement from the shop. They had to order it for me. And again, I inspect this, and I don't see anything wrong with it, but it's possible because this is 30 years old, and I don't know if this is a magnet, and that's supposed to get the signal from when the engine rotate and then it no longer functions, or it could be here. That's where the problem is. I do not know why it stopped working, but again, this is 30 years old. Another day later, and this is the replacement. It looks exactly like the old one, but it looks like this one was a return part because look at the clip here. It is used. So the auto parts sold me a return, yeah, a return part. But I looked at it. It looks fairly new. Fairly new. It looks like the previous person installed it, and then that didn't fix the problem, and then they returned it. But let me see what's going on here. 2 hours later, because it took me a long time to put the sensor back to its original place, and then I put the crankshaft pulley, but I haven't replaced the belt yet. So I'm going to see if I can start the car, or if it will start with that new crankshaft sensor. Place the crankshaft sensor. Let me see if I can start it. Holy Jesus. Well. Now, if you could see me, I'm scratching my head. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I've checked everything I possibly know to check, but nothing worked. And the replacing the crankshaft position sensor was a heck out of a job. Replaced that, and that still wasn't the issue. So I don't know. I don't know. So now let me go ahead and check the remaining fuses to see what's if I can find one that is bad. But if not, tomorrow probably the first of November. Today is Sunday after Thanksgiving. So and I will have to take it to a shop, have it towed to a shop. That shop they specialize in engine transmissions and clutches and stuff like that. They replace engines, so it's not just a regular shop where they do oil change and stuff like that. But they specialize in swapping engines. So hopefully they find out what's going on. I don't know if there's compression. I did compression. Compression was 105 for the first three. I didn't want to mess with the back ones, but the first three 105. So I don't know if it's actually correct or it's just my cheap compression gauge that's not good. Okay, let me go check on the all the remaining fuses. I cleaned all the ground cables, wires, and stuff, and it still didn't start. I did a little bit more research, and this is the next adventure before I send this car off to a shop. This is the fuel pressure regulator, and it's possible that it is defective, and so this is where it's located. So I removed the air box. Okay, so to give me better access, and this is where it is. It is next to the fuel rail. That's the one that brings the fuel from the fuel pump, and then this is supposed to be taking it back to the excess. So I don't know what the importance, but the research, they said if this one doesn't work, then it might cause the vehicle not to start. But I don't see any carbon, anything dirty inside. So I don't know. Maybe I just tried to replace it, but it's almost $100. Okay, this is a conclusion. As you can see, the vehicle is not here. You saw this last clip. I was supposed to replace the fuel regulator. Yes, I did. I spent $105 plus tax, and it was a waste of money. That did not work. Then the shop I told you that specializes in engine, I paid $150 to take the car to them, and it lasted almost 2.5 weeks. And they told me they couldn't fix it. They don't know what it is, what's wrong. So I had to pay another $200. That's the third time I got the vehicle towed to another shop, which I did a lot of research because many other shops didn't want to see that car because they said it's too old. It's a 93. So I got this place, and that was Wednesday, about 5 days ago. And so tomorrow, the 24th, they will call me to let me know what they found. That's if they call me, but they said they can fix it. So this is where we are right now, and I will give you further information on a new video. But right now, since September, I've not been able to fix that car, and then it's been to 2 different shops. Thank you, and I'll keep you posted.